Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2020 SportTrek 327VIK. This was one of the original manufacturers to make this specific floor plan, and particularly, I'm one that really enjoys it. I think they did a great job with the layout. You have dual opposing slides in the kitchen, which allows for the center island as well as theater seating to be across from a TV, and you still have a bunk room, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. Let's start off right over here on the campside slide. So you'll notice the dinette. You can easily sit 4 people here to have a meal together, play a game together. The table does drop down into a bed. You'll see a couple of throw pillows that come with it. Whether you want them here in the theater seating, of course, is completely up to you. Underneath is easy access storage. Door just swings open just like so. You'll notice that it is finished all around here, including on the bottom. Some manufacturers, will just leave like holes and stuff there. And they give you storage bins, so that way it is, again, easy access. A lot of times you have to get down on your hands and knees to be able to get underneath the dinette, but those bins you just pull right out. You'll see windows in the slide out, of course, to let in natural light, LED lights up top, storage above the theater seating. Speaking of the theater seating, this is the Thomas Paine collection, folks. This is extremely comfortable theater seats. You have 3 cup holders here. The ones on the side actually have controls for heat, vibration, as well as lights. If you do have to have shore power or a generator to have those running, but it is a very cool feature to have. When we open up the center console, you will notice a spot for the remotes there. Otherwise, it just makes for a great armrest. And as I mentioned, directly across is the TV. This is the ideal setup to have. It's very popular in a lot of fifth wheel floor plans. And they're trying to bring it into more travel trailers. When you're able to do it in a bunk model, you did something right. So again, you don't have to crane your neck to watch the TV. It is right there. Underneath that is your multimedia center. That's a DVD player. It also is Bluetooth capable. Controls the speakers in here as well as the ones outside. And underneath is a fireplace. Now, I do have a lot of people that, think a fireplace is overkill to have in a camper if they haven't seen it before. But folks, even if you never turn it on for the ambiance, which I do recommend because it is really nice at night, but the great thing about it is the fact it is a space heater. So as long as you have shore power, if you don't want to turn on the propane, you want to sit here and watch TV and just kind of relax, you can just turn that on and it will help take the chill off in this main living area. For the storage up top, I'll show you that. Not too much, but it is a little bit. Any storage you can get in a RV is always a good thing. Right in the back here is the bunk room. We'll go back there in just a moment. First, I just kind of want to finish out this main living area and kitchen. So if we swing around behind the TV, you will see a big additional storage space right here. Folks, this is a huge pantry to have. Again, especially in a bunk model, a lot of times you sacrifice kitchen space. That is not the case in this floor plan. The center island, coveted. People love this. Why? Because it is an excellent prep space and it gives you additional storage. So you'll see they give you the sink top cover so you can use that as prep space. This, of course, is a giant cutting board if you want to flip it over and use it as that. You have seamless countertops, which does a couple things. One, gets rid of T-mold, so you won't have your corners and stuff popping off. Less chance for any kind of leaks to get in there, because with the T-mold, it comes off, and then water gets in there, and then all of a sudden you have a problem. Not the case here. Plus, it allows you to undermount the sink, so it's a much cleaner look. So you have a double equal stainless steel bowl, nice deep bowls here as well, so you can fit pots and pans in there. High-rise pull-out faucet, so upgraded faucet that they use. And underneath, all sorts of storage. You can see that. You have a bank of 3 drawers here, full extension. This top one is your little fold down because obviously you have the sink bowl there. Over to the side, they give you a spot for a trash can. That's a big deal in my book because I hate having to, hang my trash bag on my poles and stuff like that. So I really like that they provide that. Also, right around to the side, both sides do this. You'll see this little finger hole. Put your fingers in there, open it up, and look at that. You have hidden storage on both sides. Perfect for some snack goods, canned goods, whatever else you want to toss in there. Electrical outlet on the front. If you need to plug in a blender or a toaster, whatever else, that's the place to do it. Over to the side, you have more prep space here, and that is further aided by the glass cover on your cooktop. This folds up and back. You have this really cool decorative backsplash they put in here, but this glass cover kind of doubles as a backsplash too. Your knobs do light up just like so, And that this little button does control the light in the oven as well. You have the oven there, obviously, if you want to do some baking. Decent sized drawer underneath, so if you want a good spot for pots and pans, you have the pantry, but you also have that right there, and you have this space over to the side. So again, tons of storage all the way throughout this kitchen. More right up top. Microwave hood. You have the Norcold fridge freezer combo. Open that up for you. This unit does run off both propane and electric and has automatic switchover. You have the buffet countertop right there with an electrical outlet. These are pretty cool. These drop down like so. They have the struts on there, so that way it controls the fall. But I like that rather than having them like swing open where it would block the aisleway. They just kind of fold down nice and easy. And then underneath you have storage all the way under the bar here, as well as additional storage right up top. Last thing I do want to hit on is you have another hidden storage compartment right on the end cap. When we open this up, you will see inside, this is where your control panel is tucked away at. So you have your slide rooms and everything, your lights there. Awnings, this one does have 2 awnings. Both of them are Carefree of Colorado with wind sensors. Now you can see you can turn the wind sensor off if you so choose. So if you're at a beach where you're getting a lot of wind and you don't want your awnings to keep rolling up, you just shut it off, no problem. Otherwise, leave it on, and when it gets a strong breeze, it will roll itself in so it doesn't get damaged. You also have dual USB port and a standard electrical outlet in there, so if you want a place to charge your cell phone, plug it in right there. There's a shelf right down below, and now it's not cluttering up your countertops. And then right in the back, of course, is the bunk room that I had talked about. And folks, this is a quad bunk room with a slide out, really opening up this main space. So right over in the slide out itself, this is about 69.5 inches for the length. Teddy Bear Bunk Series. This top bunk does fold up and out of the way. That way, if anyone's sitting in the sofa, they're not hitting their head. Jackknife style sofa. So this also drops down into a bed, and you can see all the storage underneath, including a perfect convenient spot for your table. You will see that you have your pedestals right there, so that way you can set up a table back here, giving the kids a place to eat, play cards, play games, put puzzles together, draw, whatever else you want to do. It kind of gives you that separation of space, which on a rainy day can save lives. Right over on the other side, you will see this top bunk is nice and wide. So if you have some older children, this will probably be the spot for them. This one's also a little bit longer. It comes in at just under 72. I measured it out. It's about 71.5. So as long as they're under 6 foot, they'll be fine. Even at 6 foot, I laid in it. In all reality, with a pillow under your head, you'll be just fine there. Right down underneath, same length bunk. Obviously, it's not quite as wide. Built-in ladder right here. You have USB ports. You will see them there as well as on the top bunk. So this side also gets the advantage if they need to charge electronics. They have access to that as well. Underneath is more storage. A couple of drawers there. Open that up just to show you. It is a pretty good storage area. Not that you can fit most laundry baskets in there, but if you have a duffel bag or something for dirty clothes, might not be a bad spot. But my absolute favorite part about this bunk room, folks, is actually this right here. Far too often you don't have enough room for clothes, and look at this, you have a full wardrobe with shelves, space underneath. I love having this in the bunk room. If you want TV in here, there are hookups on the back wall, so that way all 4 kids in the bunks are able to watch it. Moving back up front is the bathrooms. There are 2 entrances and exits here. One out into the main living area. It's actually straight across from the entry door, which is great with little kids because if they need to use the bathroom, come right in, do their business, head right back out. The other one, of course, goes into the master bedroom. Right in between the two is your foot flush lever toilet. It is a porcelain bowl. Great thing about porcelain is it's a lot easier to clean than plastic. It won't stain, so it'll stay looking nicer for a lot longer. And folks, I have plenty of legroom here as well as shoulder space. Now, right behind me, one of the things you'll notice is this little guy right here, and it's the wireless RV leveling system. This is something that SportTrek added about a year ago, and it's awesome. You essentially download an app, you pair it up, and it will show you when your RV is level. Cool thing about that is you can use that as you're backing into your campsite, so you can slightly adjust to find the best spot in the campsite and then block it up from there. So that is a really nice feature to have that, if you don't know what it does, not a big deal, but for me, that's huge. Right over across the way, linen closet. Again, in a travel trailer or RV of any type, I love having a linen closet, so you have a spot to put all your towels and everything. Right up top, you kind of got this cool decorative area. You know, I wouldn't know what to put there, but I know my wife would go nuts. She would love it. So right over to the side is the neo-angle shower. The doors are in a roller track. Nice thing about that is when you're done showering, you know, you open the doors up, the water goes right down the door into the shower pan, unlike a curtain where a lot of times it ends up on the floor. As far as space, folks, I am 6 foot tall. You see I have a ton of space here to the ceiling, even more with this skylight. You know, if you're 6'4", you can stand underneath the skylight and be able to shower. Now, it is a little far forward, so you'll be kind of up in the corner. But again, even if you're, you know, 6'1", 6'2", you can still stand pretty much anywhere in the shower, not have to bend over. You will notice the hand wand here to make showering easy. You have shelves for your soap and shampoo. Then right outside the shower, mirrored medicine cabinet, pretty decent size sink. Not a ton of countertop space, but you do have a little bit there. And again, it is the nice seamless countertops. Tank monitoring panel, electrical outlet, and then plumbing access underneath. As we make our way up into the master bedroom, right in the center is the queen size bed. Now, when I measured it out, it was about 2 inches short of a residential queen, but still much, much larger than most RV queens that you find. On both sides are wardrobes, big, tall wardrobes, so you have plenty of hanging space. And if you have some taller items like dresses, things like that, they're not going to get crumpled up on the bottom. Behind the wardrobes, you will see shelves on both sides. This one has an electrical outlet. The other one has electrical and dual USB ports. I think this is ingenious. It's out of the way. You don't have a shelf you're going to hit in the middle of the night. Still easy access to a phone if someone, you know, if there's an emergency, you need to take a call in the middle of the night. You also see storage going across the top. Of course, we have storage underneath the bed. And directly behind me are TV hookups if you want a TV in the bedroom. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the SportTrek 327VIK. Right up front is a power tongue jack. This makes it nice and easy to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. You simply just have to flip the rocker switch to raise and lower the tongue. You will also see that you have a light for added visibility at night. And of course, this one has a manual override. Right behind that, you have two 20-pound propane tanks with a cover. Rails here for your battery, and you will also notice the battery disconnect. That way, when you're done using it, you can just flip that and it will kill that small drain that's normally on there, so that way it's not draining your batteries. You will see the diamond Dutch plating on here, helping to protect the front end from rocks and debris that get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And you kind of have the front 3/4 cap there. It sticks out a little bit, has some nice architecture to it. You will also notice the LED light going through there, so you have, again, just that extra flare at night. Coming around to the side, solar prep. So if you want solar, simply buy portable panels, plug it in right there. It's already pre-wired, and it will trickle charge your battery. This one does use the key-alike system. So rather than the 751 key, if you're an RVer, you're familiar with that key. That's what you use to open most baggage doors. This one has a key that is unique to this RV, and it works on all of your doors, your entry door, your pass-through door, but only you have it, so it is more secure. You also see it has a covered hinge on the pass-through, so you don't have a bunch of rust coming down your door, and it's magnetic, so it stays up just like that. No tabs or anything that the kids are going to break on you. If we take a look at the pass-through itself, you'll see how big and open it is. Plenty of room in here for some of your larger chairs, grills, whatever else you need. Over to the side is your switch to control those LED lights on the front, as well as a motion sensor light. So you can set that to always on, always off, or motion sensor, so as soon as you open up that door, it turns on so you can see what is inside. If we drop down a quick second, one of the things I do want to talk about, it's kind of tough to see, but this one does have a fully enclosed, insulated, and heated underbelly. So that way, you know, it's less chance for things to freeze up on you in those colder temps. And as well, also on top of that, when you go to store it, it's less chance for any critters or anything to crawl up in there. Obviously, nothing is going to be mouse-proof, but it definitely will help. Big grab handle. This obviously gives you some extra assistance when entering or exiting the RV. It is foldable. You'll also notice the solid step system on here. It's a great step system, aluminum treads that don't rust, grip tape for extra traction. And folks, I'm over 200 pounds. You can see I can hop up and down on here. There's hardly any flex to those steps whatsoever, and adjustable feet so you can set those to the site that you are currently on. If If we take a look up top, one of the things I do want to talk about is the fact this one has not one, but two awnings, as I mentioned inside. So even though there is a slide out on the camp side, they did put an awning on there, so that way this whole side basically has awning coverage. LED lights are on both of those, and as I mentioned, they both have wind sensors. Now, something that I think is really, really cool, probably cost the company all of 25 cents, but that is this right here, which is a little emblem and also a bottle opener, which, hey, when I'm camping, I'm always looking for one. It's a handy place to have it. So we take a look at the back. One of the great things about a bunkhouse is an outside kitchen, and folks, this one is a full-on outside entertainment center. You have the TV with the multimedia center back here. So, you know, if you're having a campfire and kids want to watch Mulan or Frozen or whatever else they may want to watch, you can toss the DVD right in there. You're good to go. Also, outside speakers. You have a little control here. You have a LED blue light, kind of gives it a a blue light in the back, just extra little flare there. Storage on both sides, and then underneath, of course, is the kitchen portion itself. You will see the sink here, as well as your 2-burner cooktop, and over to this side is the fridge, so perfect spot for your beverages and condiments. Rolling around to the back, square tubular bumper with end caps, so you can pop that off, gives you a great spot in which you can store your sewer hose. And this one comes with a rack, so to drop this rack, you pull out this cotter pin, pull out these two larger ones on both sides here. This then folds down. It's perfect to put bikes on if you have extra coolers, firewood, really any large items you don't want to put in your pass-through, you can store right back here, which is fantastic. You'll also see the rear-mounted ladder, so you can quickly and easily climb up onto the roof. Now, to drop that down, you do have to drop this gate, just bear that in mind, but it's really, again, not a tough process. But this is a fully walkable roof, so if you need to get up there for any kind of maintenance or inspection, that makes it easy to do so. Also, you will see up in the top center there is backup camera prep. This is a pretty big travel trailer, folks. If you want a backup camera, having the prep makes it easier to install, meaning it'll save you money on labor. And then right here is your cable and satellite inlet. Right here in between the two slides is where your 50 amp detachable power cord will plug into. 50 amp because, you know, you have two ACs in there as well as a fireplace. Making our way up a little bit further, right down below is the termination with your black and gray tank valves. Notice how they do run through there into that insulated underbelly, again, helping to prevent your valves from freezing up on you. Outside shower with both hot and cold water access, and then directly underneath that is a black tank flush. So that way, if you need to wash out your black tank, which I do recommend doing when you're done camping, instead of sticking a hose down your toilet, you just hook up the hose right there, good to go. You'll see right up top is your freshwater inlet. In case you're going somewhere you don't have city water, you'll obviously want to fill your freshwater tank. If you do have city water at your campsite, you'll plug it in right there. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2020 SportTrek 327VIK. If you're interested in this bunk model and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.